Let's bring on Kenyon Marin right now, College Player of the Year. I think Bob Huggins was your college coach, wasn't he?
One of the best ever.
One of the best. Tough guy, by the way. West Virginia presses and fouls and scraps and what. That's what.
The way practice is.
Huggins is one of those. Bring that mic to you. Huggins is one of those
guys.
guys.
The way practice is.
He really
every day, man. There's no fouls. There's no out of bounds. You just go
every day at practice.
Every day at practice.
Well, that's
man.
why his teams are tough.
Yeah, that's why they get in the games, and the game's a lot easier. Man, they might not make shots. They might not be the best offensive team at times, but if you put that Bob Huggins uniform on, man, you go compete at a high level.
Well, it's funny. We talked about LaVar Ball, and so you're making my point a little bit that the reason West Virginia and Cincinnati were tough teams because you had a tough coach and he made practices tough.
Yeah.
And I would argue that if you watch the National Spelling Bee, all those kids at 12 years old are pressured academically. They're crying on stage and they all become neurosurgeons. And that LaVar Ball, in the end, he's putting pressure on his son, and he got 3 boys to UCLA, and I'm like, if you got 3 boys to Harvard, you'd be like a great dad. If you get 3 boys to UCLA, you're putting too much pressure. Why can't I defend LaVar Ball?
You can defend him, Colin, but there's good pressure and there's unnecessary pressure. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, Lonzo Ball, he can play basketball.
Yes.
He's a hell of a basketball
Court
player, right?
vision's really good.
Amazing, right?
Right.
J-Kiddish kind of.
Yeah, that's what I think, yeah.
Let that be the topics. Let that be what everybody's talking about. Let his play speaks for itself, and it's not right now. His dad is getting more attention than his son's ability, and which is unfortunate.
Yeah, but what about LaVar Ball? If LaVar's been putting this kind of pressure on him behind the scenes, what's wrong with a little bit of it?
Nobody needs to know what you do for your kid at home or in the gym and all that. Like, I'm in a similar situation.
You are.
I have a 16-year-old son. My son is in the same class as his young boy, Mello, class of 2019.
So he playing in L.A.?
Yes, my son is out here playing right now. And my son is pretty good. I post stuff here and there. Yeah, I'm proud of my son. I'm a proud dad. Do I think my son has a shot to make it to the NBA? Yes. But I do it in a way that it's about him. It's not about dad. I made it. I was successful. LaVar is in a different situation. He wasn't make it to the NBA. But the pressure there, there's enough pressure on my son already I don't have to come out and, oh, he's great. He's going to be great. He's going to be great.
So you're putting pressure on your son, though? And could I make the argument that one of the reasons your kid is, if he does succeed, will succeed, isn't because you're rich. It's because the expectations have put pressure on him.
No, but he wants it. My son wants it. I don't have to put the pressure's there. His last name is Martin. The pressure's there already. Like, people ask me, would I send my son to University of Cincinnati? I don't think I would send my son to University of Cincinnati, because every day he walk in the gym, he has to see my name and my number in the rafters every day. He go in the locker room, and all my Player of the Year trophies are there. That's pressure. Like, for him to equal up to me. And I don't want that for him. He's making a name for himself. Lonzo Ball is making a name for itself. Let his basketball play be the topic, and not all the shenanigans and the hoopla.
When you text former NBA guys, what are they saying about LaVar Ball?
That he can play. And that's all it should be about.
Not Lonzo, LaVar the dad.
I don't talk about him, because he's not the focal point here, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's not the focal point. Lonzo Ball is the focal point. He's at UCLA right now. He has the potential to be top 5 or number 1 pick in the NBA draft. He does. So let that be what everybody is talking about. And it's very unfortunate for him that it's not. And just say if he did not be successful next year, then what?
So, yeah, this weekend, I want to shift gears now. So Devin Booker dropped 70.
Yeah.
He's a former Kentucky guy now at Phoenix. And it's not – Kentucky fans are thin-skinned. You know what I mean? They're thin-skinned to begin with because they're not winning as many titles as they think they should. And they've always had self-esteem issues with Duke because Duke and Carolina are a little more glamorous, especially Duke, the academics, the winning. Krzyzewski's got 5 titles, so they got a little chip on their shoulder to begin with.
As they should.
But a lot of Calipari's guys going to the NBA.
Okay.
And they got a lot of flash, and they can drop points, and there's a lot of boogies, and there's a lot of rondos, and there's a lot of Derrick Roses, where at the end of the day, I'm like, they're actually underachieving for their talent. So Booker dropped 70, and my whole point is, you lost.
Hey, I'm glad we're on the same page.
Like, who gives a rip?
Yeah, that's my thing. I am so glad you said that. That was my first thought. Oh, he dropped 70, and they lost.
And you're bragging about it.
And they not only bragging about it, you got guys taking pictures like he wilt, holding up 70. I am so disappointed in my guy Tyson Chandler, man. Like, Tyson is my guy. Played on with the Knicks with him.
He's kind of an artist. He was
one of the biggest, the most competitive guys in our locker room when he was there. We weren't playing well as a team. He was addressing the team. I didn't have to say nothing. It was Tyson. And Tyson is in the middle of this, man, on the sideline, jumping up and down when he got 68 and he scored 70. Like Tyson is my guy, and I'm highly disappointed in him. He's supposed to be the vet on that team, telling these guys, listen, that's not, okay, he scored 7, but we lost. Like, what are we teaching here? Like, it's sad, man.
Like when I watched the NBA All-Star Game, Kentucky fans this year were sending me all this stuff on social media. We are dominating, and I'm like, it's the All-Star game. Like, it's embarrassing to brag about All-Star game exploits.
Yeah. So the All-Star game, and like I said before, it was a microcosmic of the way the NBA is now. Just free flings, ain't nobody playing no defense. Everybody's buddy-buddy. Like, come on, man. Like, the kid is 20 years old. How many people in the history of the game has scored 70 points? Maybe a handful.
Right.
A handful. 5 people, maybe, if that. And I guarantee none of them were in the NBA when they were 20, when they did it.
Yeah.
And they wasn't 20 years old when they did it.
Right.
And for him to go out there playing against, and that's the thing, he's out there playing against other kids his age.
Yeah.
So, of course, he feels I'm better than you. We the same age. I played AAU against ball against you. I know I'm better than you, and I'm about to show you.
All right, so here's where you and I are going to disagree.
Okay.
Westbrook's a great talent. Nobody denies it. They are, in his career, he is 7-30.
Okay.
With Kevin and without. More with Kevin when he shoots 9 or more threes. His record when he doesn't shoot that is better. So clearly, he doesn't have to shoot them. With Durant, he was 1 in 15 when he shot 9 or more threes.
Okay.
Isn't it the responsibility of the guy that has the ball to understand what he can do and what he can't and play well with others? James Harden this year, John Wall, much more efficient, passing the ball. Westbrook is shooting 9 threes because he wants his stat. He wants to win the MVP.
I don't think he wants to win it. His play is saying, yeah, I want to win it.
42% shooter.
That's fine.
42%. You're okay with that?
And on that team, yeah.
I got Kenyon Martin on the angle, wide open.
On that team, I'm cool with him shooting 42%.
Really?
Yes, he has to. They'll be in the lottery right now, Kyle.
Okay,
they will be in the lottery. Them 9 threes, those games, all those numbers, everybody just goes and they pick, okay, this stat is not what we think it should be. This stat is not what, okay, his team winning this game is, but they winning. They're in the 5th seed in the West. Without him, guess what they would be?
I don't think.
Guess what they would be?
I don't think that roster's as bad as you say. I don't think it has.
They're top heavy.
It's big.
So they need him.
That's fine, but 9 threes.
So you gonna put the ball in Oladipo's hands?
No, what I'm saying is there are 6 guys on that team that shoot a better percentage.
Okay.
Shoot less off-balance jumpers. Stop with all the threes. You can't shoot them. You're a bad 3-point shooter.
He's been that. Hey, they've been making it to finals and doing all that with him doing it.
Here's another thing.
Did they make it to the finals those years when all those three was KD and all that?
Guys, I think guys increasingly we all know guys want to play with LeBron. He passes the ball. We also know James Harden got in the phone, got Lou Williams over. I'll be very interested to see if anybody wants to play with Russell Westbrook.
In this NBA, yes. Guys respect him, man. The media and everybody else might not because they look at the numbers and
people used to say that about Carmelo, but nobody went and played with him.
Who did they offer to get to play there? I went. I went.
All right, I got to get
top free agent.
You were mostly right, but that you're real wrong on that. Right? Kenyon Martin is third.